What's going on, guys? My name is James.
I'm Tony.
We're YouTube creatives.
Today we're talking stabilizers, manual versus motorized.
Roll intro. Alright, welcome back, guys. First things first, we're going to be discussing our two rigs. This is the Manfrotto FigRig.
Mine is the Zhiyun Crane 2 Plus.
There are other stabilizers available. You have your shoulder cams, your glide cams, other gimbals, but today we're just going to be discussing what we have available to us today. Starting off with mine, this runs around $277. However, there are a lot cheaper options if you want to go manual, running anywhere from $25 to $300. We're going to talk about some pros and some cons on these rigs. We're going to start off with Tony's. Take it off.
All right, one of the big cons I would say as you're sifting through all the YouTube videos and you're watching all the gimbal videos, like in my case, I bought the gimbal at $550, and then a week later a new gimbal was released, and that little sucker just dropped down $100 instantaneously. So that's going to happen, you know. That's how it is with the gear, but I still think it's a terrific buy. It's still hundreds and hundreds of dollars less than the next step up.
So what are some other pros?
Some of the pros, pricing. Right now you can get this gimbal for, like I said, a little less than $100 on what I paid for it. Super smooth, buttery footage.
Let's talk about the setup time. What's that like?
Setup time, the first time you use it, is going to take you probably about 30 minutes. I would do a little research online. In fact, I'll probably link a video right here. Can we do that? Can we link other
Yeah, I
videos?
think so, yeah.
Alright, so I'll show a couple videos that I watched that I felt helped me out a lot setting the camera up the first time. First time took me about a half hour. After you get to know it, you can set it up, balance it in about 5 to 10 minutes.
That's one of the beautiful things about this manual setup. It's real quick. You already have the mounts on the bottom of your camera. Slide it in, lock it up, good to go. Super simple.
I did find a quick solution that I could set this thing up and balance it real quick, was to get some very inexpensive quick adapter plates. And as long as you're using the same camera, same setup, you can literally just have to balance that thing out, pull your camera off in a matter of seconds, pop it back on, your balance, you're still good to go. You may have to make a little tweak here and there, but you're good to go. So if you change out the lens, then you're just making very minor adjustments, can be done very quickly.
Sounds like a great tip. Alright, guys, some other pros about the FigRig. Number one, it's going to be its weight. It's right around 2 pounds, super light, so you can get that nice quick action with your camera. Obviously, depending on the weight of your camera, it's going to weigh a little bit more, but some other good features about this are the fact that you can get really quick pivot and motions. With the gimbal, I've noticed that with my experience, you can't get those really quick transitions. If you want to do any in-body transitions, you can't do it because you can just snap this all around. Some other things that it's good for are action sequences for all you movie makers out there that love running scenes that have that jumpy action to it, but not too jumpy. Almost like
It's like a controlled.
It's like a controlled jumpy.
Yeah, controlled break your neck whips.
Exactly. It's almost like the Bourne Ultimatum. You know, those really nice fight scenes with jumpy action, but not too jumpy. So this is perfect for that. Some major cons about this, however, are the fact that it's never going to be as smooth as a gimbal. It's never going to be as smooth as a gimbal. Also, size matters. Focal length, when you start getting into higher focal lengths, guys, it gets much harder to use as stabilizers. You want to go as wide angle as possible. 10 to 18 maybe even wider. I noticed right around 50 millimeters, it gets really hard to stabilize it functionally. That being said, you can always stabilize your footage a little bit in post-production. If you guys are using any of the Adobe software, Warp Stabilizer is your friend. You guys are going to be able to use higher focal lengths with that tool. But if you guys are just using the camera itself, the higher focal length you go, the harder it is to stabilize, unlike the gimbal, which is pretty much fair game.
Right on.
Alright, to give you guys a good example of each stabilizer, what we're going to do is give you guys 3 examples of 2 situations. We're going to show the first video, which is going to be just the camera, no stabilizer. The second one is going to be the manual, and then the third is obviously going to be the Zhiyun Crane. The first one is going to be just walking, and then the second set is going to be for running, for you action enthusiasts out there, all you action movie makers. We're going to show you guys a good example of what it's like with running scenes. that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. We will be doing more in-depth videos on these at a later point in time. But if you found this video helpful at all, please leave a like and a comment telling us if you guys decided on either one of these, or maybe if you decided on any other gimbal or stabilizer in general.
If you had any questions along the way, you know, since we've been using these products, you have any questions on this FigRig or this gimbal, leave it in the comments. We definitely will get back to you.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Sharing is super important, guys. It helps us out tremendously. Hit that bell notification to stay updated with us every single week. Tune in on Wednesdays. That's going to wrap it up. My name is James.
I'm Tony.
We're YouTube Creatives.
We'll see you next time.